So we come here today with our episode 2, which is a great milestone. Some people don't make it past the first day when they start things, so we are here, fellas. We are here.
Good point.
We've had great views, great insight coming into this episode. So I guess since we've had some success, let's speak on success. Let's talk about what does success mean to us. How do you feel about that, fellas?
Pedro, I think
Okay.
that you are in a day that you can
Yes.
talk about it a
Yeah.
lot.
Today I will try to drive. I put that topic on the table when we throw topics. Each of us we throw some topics. I put that on the table because a couple of weeks ago I was talking with one of my friends about it, and I don't know you, but me I understand the success. My idea of success changed with the time. At the beginning I understand it as a goal, like a place where I will be, and now success is the way I'm acting on my life. So success is not be in one place. It's not be a little coach in high performance. Success is not have a lot of money. Success is not I don't know how to explain all these things that you think when you are young. Success for me right now, I answered that question to my friend. I tell him success is go to my bed daily with my mind in peace, feeling in peace with myself, knowing that I did everything on the best way possible, treating the people on the best way, giving my best to in my work, doing my best with the relations, doing my best. And doesn't matter if I'm in Germany, if I'm in my hometown, if I'm on my working in a weight room for a small salary, or working in somewhere with a lot of money. So success for me really now means go to my bed daily with my mind completely peace, like everything on the correct point. That some years ago doesn't mean that. Some years ago, I was thinking. I remember on my last year of my university degree, we have one signature. Makes sense? Signature? No. One. I don't know if it's signature. You have different lessons, different.
Class.
Class.
Yes, and the last work for that, the practicum, was make a document writing where you can imagine yourself in 5 years. And when you do that, you start to think in success. I want to be there doing that with that house or not, or that family or not, with a couple or not, with kids or not. And you imagine a place, but no, you don't imagine the how you are in that point. And now when I make that question to the people, and the people answer, the most of times the people answer in that way, in a place that they will be with father or not, with the kids or not. But now I answer always to myself in the way of attitude, in the way of how much I will grow up in that point. That means success for me now. How will be as a person, as a human, my relations, how I answer to the tough situations, how which words I choose for give you that message in that moment, if I did properly or not. If that means success for me now, and help you out.
So you think more about, or maybe I perceive this like a short-term successes, right? And I have the same feeling like you. I see a little bit this direction. Thank you. But the way that you express what is success for you, that I perceive a little bit like a short term. Still, do you have some a little bit long term successes, or you don't think about the future at all in this point?
No, no, to be honest, maybe it's because our type of life, because our work. We know that we will be in that place. I don't know how many years, but for sure, it's not sure that you will be here the rest of your life. So the way that I create in my mind my future is never in long term, never. That's true. It's always in short term, maybe 1 2 years, but
Yeah, because I think when you think long term, you're thinking more so about goals. Um, like he said, I think success isn't about the rewards you receive. It's more so about who you become after during the process of you reaching that goal. I think that's what the determination or what I measure success of, who I become. How did this process of me trying to reach this goal turn me into a better person? That speaks on success right now. If I reach a goal, yeah, of course, that's more so rewarding. But success for me is personal. Who am I? Who am I becoming when I try to reach this goal? That's the success that I strive for. Every day I feel like I'm being successful because every day I'm improving myself. Every day I'm trying to pour into people, which now helps me pour into myself and learn more about others. That helps also make me grow. Whether it's through my professional field, whether it's through my relationship, whether it's through my friendships, whether it's through with family connections, those speak on who I am, and that speaks on more so what success is for me. It's more so who I become after I go through a hardship or I go through a good stretch. Every day I feel like I'm reaching success because of who I am becoming more and more.
And for you, Mr. Costas?
I think about success in different parts. Let's say I like to think about. I think that we are more or less similar in the same page. I feel that for me, success is make impact to the people, but make a really. I'm talking about positive impact, obviously. So when I feel that I make impact and I help people grow, this is something that simultaneously make me grow also. And this has to do mainly with the professional way, but also in the family. So have a successful, let's say, success family situation. So you have your wife being happy, being with you means also success to me is a success and an important one. When your family and your parents, for example, that they take care of you going all the way down here, and then they feel good and they feel that they can rely on you, and you get this feeling from personally my parents that they are important for me. I get the feeling that they feel that I can take care of them. For me, this is a success also. It's in a little bit different direction, but it's success. So for me, I count a lot success, making impact to other people, and the other people, they can feel that you are there for them, not necessarily taking care of them, not exactly this, but when something happens, you will be there to maybe take care of them, stand for them. I think this is more my direction of success, and I have to talk to you about also my past. For sure, if we talk about the professional way, starting professional coaching 20 years ago, for me success was, okay, in 15 years I will become a EuroLeague head coach. So I was thinking success like the goal. But in the end, I don't know, maybe this is also something that you can have a goal for long term. That's why I split a little bit short and long terms. But I think these short term successes, the everyday successes, so making impact in your professional way side, making players better, not only individual, but also as a human, very, very important. Making successes, small successes in home, that you are always, you and your wife or your girlfriend one. Success in the family, that you are good with your parents and the parents feel your presence when they need your presence. Your friends, for example, that all of them, they are far, but always they know they can count on me. These small everyday successes maybe are much more important, and in the end, with all of them, slowly you grow into a big success that can be something different in a long term. I don't know if I explain myself well. It's a little bit complicated how I have in my mind. But for sure changed a lot my idea of what success is through my years in life.
For sure.
I was thinking about different things.
I think a lot of people face depression or down moments in their life because they haven't identified success the proper way. I think they like I said that word reward. I think they look at their goals, and when they haven't reached their goals, they don't feel successful. And I think that's unfair to us as humans when we look at that, because as even with through our failures, we should feel some accomplishments, as far as how we grow through them. Because denial and failure isn't and not even the word failure. Like, I feel like we all have failed at something in our life, but it's also made us succeed in a lot of things. So when we have those moments when we don't be the best person in a certain day because we may have a bad mood, but that just because we had a bad mood, that may have changed us not having bad moods for a long time, which now can equal out to a success as a person because now you taught yourself something. That's a moment of success. I think anytime we learn, that's success for me. As a person, when we learn and we grow every day, whether it's, hey, I haven't woken up and went to the gym in 3 days, but I finally got up. I think that's a moment of success. I think it is. I think a lot of people aren't fair to themselves and don't give them enough credit when it comes to the little accomplishments that we give to ourselves. I think that's what we all as humans should measure when it comes to the word success. It's not about reaching that rewarding point. It's more so about what's internal. What even when you don't reach that point, who did you become? Because if you became a stronger individual, because now if I don't reach that goal, but now I know how to attack it because I failed, you accomplish success. Now you go ahead and reach that goal. Now you get a reward. But that process of you learning through failure, through the downs, through the struggles, that's a huge part of our internal success.
So how you handle the failures?
Yeah.
Yes, also because success, maybe we define success by wins, right? And this is very interesting now because one very famous veteran basketball player that used to be in Greece, Serbian. So Greek Serbian that he played in Greece many years, Bane Prelevic. He used to be president, coach, GM many years. Now he wrote a book 1 year ago that I didn't have the time to read, and I am about to read it. And the title is The Power of the Loss. The power of a defeat, if I have to say better. So he wrote a book about the power of the defeat, and I was always interested to read, and I will read. Maybe we can discuss about this one time. It's gonna be interesting. So the resume is that he wrote this book about how you can become successful through your defeats and how you handle all these defeats to put you in the right direction. This is a very good point. And that's because the definition of success all is win, is rich,
Right.
is have many houses, have many money. I don't know, too much money. This is a different perspective, and it's very interesting how you turn your defeats in order that you get successful.
And if you have that image of success like a result or a place that you will be, what happened when
You are there, eh?
yeah, you are there. Now what? It's empty. You have no more goals. Now what happened? Is I think in that moment you really feel this that has a huge relation with the internal motivation or external motivation. A huge, I think. If your goal, your success for you means something external motivation, which is this, the money or houses or whatever, you can, who can say, reach it, approach it,
Reach a goal.
Okay, you reach a goal, and what? What's the next step? Has more houses, has more money? This is something that will create just stress because most of the times that result doesn't depend just on you. It's like in basketball. You play a game, but you have defenders in front of you. the result doesn't depend 100% of you. So if your goal is something that doesn't depend of you and is something external, if you reach it, you will, I think, maybe I'm wrong, I think that you will feel empty in that point. What's okay, now I have that, and what?
Now what?
Because my motivation has that, and now that I have that, what?
So maybe then what Keith said before, then the depression comes, right?
Yeah. Yep. A lot of people reach their goals because you got to think when we say things about success, we say I'm successful. Anytime we say I'm, we're talking about me as a person. So for us to say a reward is identifying us, that's not fair. So I think like the word success is internal more than external, what we receive. When we strive for goals and things like that, and we try to rely on those goals for our internal happiness, we're cheating ourselves. We're cheating ourselves big time because at the end of the day, like Pedro says, when we finally get that goal and we still got so much life to live, now what? Like, what's next? Now you gotta go through a whole nother process of trying to reach a whole nother level of success rather than cherishing what we've already successfully have become. So it's a huge line that hasn't been identified between a lot of humans and a lot of people, I should say, as far as what is my goals and what is my success as a person. And I think that's what a lot of people how they should phrase it. How am I successful as a person? When they use the word success, I think they should think about who am I as a person? How am I succeeding as a person? And when you think about me as a person, this is more so how am I growing? How am I getting better? Your success goal should be on the type of person you want to become, not the type of things you want to receive. You get what I'm saying? So yes, I can yeah, when I reach that goal or when I want to receive this amount of money in my life, by the time I get to that, I want to be this type of person that's going to cherish that. That's the success in that process. That's what I think people should word it differently. I think a lot of the times when individuals face depression, it's because of the words. I think we're not speaking to ourselves properly.
You think expectations also? Expectations can change this, right? A little bit, right?
Yeah, I think the expectations and goals, is in one category. Then the success and who I am is a different category. I can set expectations for myself as far as financial expectations, living expectations, relationship expectations, but and then you can also set an expectation of who I want to be or who I want to grow to be. So when you're talking to yourself, you gotta be as clear as possible with yourself and not allow gray areas to be drawn to where now once you reach something, you don't really know what you've accomplished. You get what I'm saying? As far as if I say, hey, and it could be as broad as I just want to be rich.
Yes, but this can happen with many different ways that can be without.
Exactly. And then when you say, and then when somebody says, what is rich to you? I think 200,000 or $300,000. Okay, so I just want to be rich. That's all they say. I just want to be rich. You're cheating yourself already because now once you get that 300,000, and then now life is going to still continue. You can make that 300,000 annually. Cool. You can keep on doing whatever business wise, but when you leave work and you go home and you have to communicate with friends or you have to look in the mirror every morning and you're not able to tell yourself who you are, that's when you.
So, if I understand well, in the end, is that we have to run by our values, by our moral compass, right?
You're damn right.
And this is something that I'm thinking a lot. So also, I need to be honest. I want also, let's say, as a coach, to be successful, but I always say to good friends, or I will not negotiate my compass, my moral compass, and my values. And I think it's something very
So
important.
even with you, let me cut you off there.
Yeah, no problem.
When you say, and I want you to answer this, when you say I want to be successful as a coach, what does that equate to?
Like I said, I think that successful as a coach is at one point reaching the highest level that I can reach from my strengths. Let's say, I don't want to define. I used to be a guy who defines this role. This.
Okay.
Then, right, the last years, I don't want to put this reach, because I will be unfair to myself also. Maybe I don't know if I explain myself well. Maybe I say that I want to become a head coach in EuroLeague, but maybe my level is to become a head coach in NBA. Or maybe I say I want to become a head coach in EuroLeague, but my level is to go home.
Yeah.
So in the end, this is something that every day working, making impact to people, not players, people in general. This will define by the others how far I can reach. But from the other hand, what I would like to say is that for sure I have decided that I will not change my values to become successful. For me, successful, not successful exactly, to reach goals. This is something that I don't negotiate. And then, talking about success, I mean that it's not in our business. In all businesses, you hear things about people that they reach goals, high-level goals, with doing things that they are not, let's say, right, or they are not run by some specific values, and they are successful. Maybe I can say phenomenically. So you see people that they are successful, you can see that they are successful, or they can be defined by people that they are successful because they reach a certain level of authority, of power in companies, in governments, whatever. But to me, there is nobody successful if he reaches these points or these goals without having the right values.
In that way, you are talking, and one guy comes to my mind. I don't know if you know who is that coach. He's a soccer coach. His name is Marcelo Bielsa, and he's a coach who doesn't have titles. You check his titles. I don't know how to say in English. In Spanish, we say vitrina, the place where you put the titles, and it's close to empty. But in Spain, all the soccer players, all the soccer coaches, they know who is Marcelo Bielsa, because he has something that you said before: the impact on the people, not just not on the players, the people, the way who he connect with you, and how changed your, in that case, professional life, your point of view about the soccer and everything. He changed the mind of a lot of soccer players like crazy, and I think this is the example that what are you saying? He's not on the top teams of playing Champions League. He's on the and other teams in high performance for sure, but not on the best teams, EuroLeague or whatever. But everybody knows who is that guy because he has a huge impact. And the best coaches, for example, Pep Guardiola. For Pep Guardiola, Marcelo Bielsa is the best reference for him. I think that they talk about each other a lot of times. And Pep Guardiola put Marcelo Bielsa on the sky, like the best one, because he has that. His success, he knows that his success is about connect with the people and develop you and connect with you. They say that the thing that you said already. And this is the best example. If you can check some videos about him, and maybe something is translated to English. He doesn't speak English, by the way.
Okay.
And he works everywhere.
Just because he connects with people.
Yes.
And just to think about what you said earlier, Pedro, we can, and this is what I mean about us not being fair to ourselves when we judge success. We can die tomorrow. Tomorrow's not promised. If we were to pass away, who's to say we are not successful just because we didn't reach a goal? You know, I would never wanna say I don't wake up tomorrow. I would never want to say when I'm in heaven or looking down like, damn, I wasn't successful. There's no way you can. I impacted lives, and I strive to grow every day and do this for myself and others. That's success. How do you impact? Even as if you're a parent, you know, every day you're providing for your kids. For you to say, I didn't give my kids this, no, but every day you did what you had to do for your kids. You can never say you're not successful because you're achieving success every single day. You're impacting yours and other people's lives. So that's when everyone deserves. You should give yourselves a pat on the back daily, daily, every day, every morning. You wake up in the mirror. You should look at yesterday and say, "Man, I did this. I was able to make it till today, even to make it to the next day and become a stronger person. Even if you feel like you had a down day yesterday, you woke up today. That's success. God is blessed. God is telling us we're successful every day. He allows us to wake up. If we don't, if we're not, if I feel like if he felt like we weren't having a purpose in life, that's when he would say that's our time. So every day we wake up, we got to realize it's a reason. That's success. We are worthy. That when you say we gotta value ourselves, because the man above is valuing us. That's the reason why he's allowing us to wake up every day, because he sees our value. So for us to wake up, we should know we have value, and to have value, that's success.
And this is, I think, a very good perspective, because I can see the different perspective of people, and many people they think that success is reaching specific goals, and I'm okay with that. I mean that I listen to this and I respect this. But like you say, like Pedro said before, I think that you not compromising or negotiate your values, and with your integrity, do be the best version of yourself every day, making impact to people around you, professional, family, your kids, whatever. I think that this all of them are successes, but I'm in the point to be honest and say that 20 years ago or 15 years ago, I was thinking completely
Yeah,
opposite.
for sure.
Completely
For
opposite.
sure.
Me too. I think that everybody at the beginning, but, I think the experience give you the other point of view, the reality. Because when you start and you didn't have experience on life, you think in the success like a place, and it's not. It's
Yeah,
as you
like
say.
during COVID, I had one of my most down times of life, because we had so much downtime. You know, we were at home, we weren't allowed to go anywhere, so we was able to just think about so much during COVID. You know, quarantining and everything like that. And I was just saying, man, what am I doing? You know, and that made me go so deep into a dark hole, because I'm like, who am I? Like, what am I doing? Like, I'm not here in life. Like, I'm not at this place. I imagine me being this coach, or I imagine me being this in this NBA office, or I imagine me being this amount of money, and I don't have any of that. Like, so I went in. Those thoughts made me go so deep into a dark hole that I'm like, man, I just don't. I feel empty. Like, I don't feel like I have done anything. Like, I have nothing to show for anything I have accomplished. And then one of the biggest things that helped me get out of that, my little brother, who was also having his struggles of valuing life as well. When I realized I had to put him first a little bit, and realize, and then I used him in a way to realize my value to the world. When I realized how the things I was changing around the house, the things I was saying to him, the things, and then that's what kind of made me. I was having more proud moments, you know, helping him grow, which I had to realize I'm growing as well.
So impacting in one life.
Yes.
So make one life much different than was before.
Yeah. And I had to pat myself on the back every day, like, yo, you are doing something good. This is who you being you is an accomplishment, is success. Like, every day, even though you may have ups and downs with family members, or every day you're trying to impact them, is a success. Because now, even if you feel like you didn't accomplish it, you learned. I learned how to, all right, the next day I'm going to do this. And then when the next day it may not have worked, okay, I learned that didn't work. But then the next day I try something else. Then it worked. Every day, Keith, because you went through those downs, you became a better person to learn how to impact not just that person, because now when I end up maybe feeling the same way that person had expressed to me, I know how to get out of it. So I found value in who I am to others, to realize that is success. So like for a profession, if you're a CEO, or even if you're just an employee, how you help, if you're customer service, how you help a customer, that's success. Like how you learn to connect, because if you're a customer service, you're coming in contact with so many different personalities. Not everybody's going to be impacted the same way, so you got to learn, constantly learn. So when you realize that way that I did it from yesterday from the one person, it's not working for this person, and then you find a way to finally connect with them, you have now impacted them, and now you have grown as a customer service rep and a person.
So you success 2 times.
Two
One
times
to reach
2 birds, 1 stone.
this
You
guy.
just knocked out 2 birds in 1 stone.
Yeah, yeah.
So you got to start giving yourselves pat on the backs when you go through failures, because those are learning points. You just grew. You just learned that didn't work. That's a great thing you just learned. Okay, now you know this is the other way I gotta go. So you gotta value that, but a lot of people don't value that, and then that's when they make the same mistake twice.
Yes.
And then that's when, because they're lacking that value, that's when they sink. Because they're not telling themselves or giving themselves enough credit for those moments that didn't work out. They don't really realize that I just learned. They look at it as I just failed, and they looking at failure as I'm not successful. No, when we fail, or when we make a mistake, we just learn.
I get you. I feel you 100% because I have done this to me, to myself many times. And all being humans that we have certain weaknesses, I can feel exactly what you say.
Yeah, and I think every daggone human, it's like we come in this world ignorant as a baby. We're all 100% ignorant. We know absolutely nothing.
And as more you know, more you know that you know nothing.
Yeah.
This is a Greek philosopher quote.
The more you know, the more you know nothing.
Yes, yes, exactly.
So you're never at a complete level of success, but you're successful. So you got to value that every day, because you're never going to know everything. So why are you cheating yourself about saying you're not successful? You got to understand there's never 100% of success, because every day you're going to learn something new. Every day you're going to go through ups and downs. Every day you're going to encounter different type of personalities that you may not have ever encountered, that you got to learn. So when it comes to success, it has to be more internal rather than external.
And I have one good question now. I think it's good. Maybe I ask Pedro, what was the last success of you?
The last success.
The last. Tell me the first that comes in your mind that is last. Maybe it's from today, right?
Was that the biggest? The first that come to my mind was, you remember 2 weeks ago when Gavin, during the practice, called me, "Hey Pedro, come here." I was, maybe he felt something on the hip or whatever. Oh, Gavin is bad or whatever. I come to him and he told me, he called me as well, tell me, "Man, today I feel amazing. Today my hip is perfect."
Yes, I remember this. Yes, we discussed this.
That feeling of, I find a way for fix his bad feelings with the hip or the bad devices, and I reached my goal with him. My goal with him is make him feel comfortable on court as maximal time is possible. And when he comes to me for tell me that, that was amazing, because we find a way together. Not just me, he and me. We're changing things weekly. And when you find that emotion of happiness and I feel comfortable finally today I'm practicing and I can do whatever I want because I feel ready. Phew, that was success. And the last one was yesterday, talking with my friend by phone. He has a problem and we have a 2 hours call and I feel success because he found on me a solution or a piece or whatever, and that's success too. It's,
For you, Keith?
Um, one of our players, struggling. He was struggling with his confidence, and we had some very tough individual workouts that I made sure I was inputting in his mind about how to build his confidence back, how to get his rhythm back, and he had a nice little game where he had a buzzer beater, and he had 2 threes in the game.
I think we know about
Of course. And soon as the buzzer beater happened, he comes up to me. We do our handshake, and he says what I always say to him every workout, which is one motion. So he goes, "One motion, motherfucker!" In excitement, you know what I'm saying? And that right there, it brought chills, cause just to see him, just to see him being loose mind. He's not putting that pressure on himself. It's like everything off of his shoulders. When I seen him release, it released me. Because when it comes to the guys, I put a lot of pressure on myself, help with unleashing their pressure. So when I see a lot of these guys putting pressure on themselves, I'm like, man, I want to take that load off of you.
Yes.
And then when I realize some of my teachings, me as a person, helps them get off that load off of their shoulders, phenomenal. Then today, my best friend, he was hosting he's been doing it for 8 years now, doing a Thanksgiving type of give back to the community where he gives out free turkeys, give meals to families, unfortunate families, less fortunate families, and he sent me pictures, and I was just telling him how proud I am of him, and I appreciate him for continuing to inspire the community, and also myself to continue to inspire others. And then his message back to me was like, no, I gotta thank you, because you've always been the one that's been telling me to keep it going, and do this for others, and that message poured back into me, like pat myself on the back, like, yes, I do that as well. Like, this is one of the moments you can be a little selfish and say, yeah, motherfucker.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I do that.
I do
you know
that.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Thank you for taking that pressure off
Yes,
me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Because
So
we need also this. We do.
Yes.
I mean that we are similar personalities, all of us. We don't have the same, but we have the same feelings.
Yeah.
And we do. I mean, I know you a lot now, right now, both of you and me also. We do this a lot. We take the pressure of others. We have this tendency, I think, all of us. But sometimes we need also to feel the same from other people. And I think that is something that connects us a lot. That we do also for each other.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe right now if we think we don't find one, but we do small things like this every day.
Yeah.
And this is something that connects us also, I think.
What about for you?
Yeah. I think that I do many small things every day that I feel successful, but one very strong that I have, I think 3-4 weeks ago it happened. We were in one event with the fans, and I was sitting in one table with one of our players that I really respect. Doesn't need to say the name, doesn't matter anyway, but I really respect. Actually, I respect everybody, but this guy has something in his personality that for me is very interesting, very special. Anyway, and we sitting there with the fans, talking with them. At one point, he turns to me and he says, "Kostas, I want to tell you something. How you do this? That whatever you say, you make it make sense." For me, this is a big success. And actually, I told him. I mean, we had a discussion about it. he told me, you always find a way to say what you want to say with something that makes sense and makes the other understand. Yeah, it looks easy. Yeah. I told him, about how I do this or whatever, and then it was very interesting that I told him, "Thank you very much for the compliment." He told me, "No, it's not a compliment." I told him, I understand that you don't say it as a compliment. I take it as a compliment because
I will take it for me.
yes, I take it as a compliment because this is my goal as a coach to transfer the informations to the player with the way that it's easier for them and doesn't create frustration and demanding way, but more inspiration way. For me, if I reach this point as a coach, I'm successful no matter the result. If you understand what I'm talking about, maybe you will lose the game, maybe we will lose the day, I don't know what, but I reach my goal is a goal that you understand with the easy way, well, without creating frustration and with being calm, what exactly I want you to understand. So this was a very big topic for me. It happened also with something with Keith 2 days ago, but okay, we discussed this personally. I don't need to say it here. And the today's success, let's say, the small success.
No. Go ahead. Pat yourself on the back. Go ahead, say it.
Yes, I mean that with many discussions that we have with Keith all these months, I feel how important is his father for himself and also for basketball. I believe that he is a very important person in States. So at one point in the office 2 days ago, me drawing a play just like this, like I usually do. And Keith really, I think it was something spontaneous. He looked at me and he said to me, "You remind me of my father sometimes." Sometimes, I think you said sometimes, I don't know. And I was a little bit in shock because for Keith, I felt immediately how important is his father. And him telling me that I remind him his father was big success.
That's beautiful.
And beautiful, yes.
For sure.
First of all, beautiful. And then because we talk about success, it was for me big success.
I give it to you as a compliment.
Yes. Okay. Not like the player that we know who is. But I think he did it also.
We find the success in
And for me, to be honest, for today's success, because I want to finish with that. Today I clean the house and I clean all the house and I wash all the plates and the glasses. It's a success.
Yeah.
And I have that feeling yesterday.
Yeah,
I told
It's a
you
success.
yesterday.
My wife is not moving so easy right now. She's home, but me feeling that I take care of her in 7th month of the pregnancy and I do small things that every day she does for the last 12 years. And sometimes we feel like somebody does nothing, right? Okay, the plates are there and clean. The house is clean, but we don't see as something is happening. And when you do this, maybe you feel a little bit success that, okay, I did these things for her today. It's something that I take it like this.
For sure.
And excuse me for interrupting you. You wanted to say something.
No, my conclusion was in the direction of three of us. We find the success in the connection with the people. Like we find the success not because me, I reach it. No, it's like success for us is always about connection with somebody. And this is our personality too. That's why we connect very good between us. But this, I think it's a good conclusion about our profiles in terms of success.
For sure.
Also, success is that we had the second episode.
The success is that we had the second episode. And I think the things that everyone that's watching should take from this episode is when you value success, you gotta value yourself as a person, not what you are receiving as reward. Always look at yourself in the mirror every morning and feel proud of yourself. Because at the end of the day, you are valued. That's why you're able to wake up every day and walk or Even if you aren't able to walk, you still have value, because even for those that may be handicapped, you don't understand what you're doing for others that see you. You're making them appreciate life even more, even though you may feel struggles like, or you may wish you are having an impact on so many people that you may not even know. Like, they may be having a bad day, but to see that you keep pushing even through your down moments is a success that you should take. You're helping people strive. So everybody should understand, even in that analogy, that even in your down moments, whenever you're still able to get up and move, you're showing how strong you are. Even though you may feel weak, you're still showing that I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to get up.
This is a big success.
That's big success.
That's big success.
That's big success. So to wrap up this episode, when it comes to success, everyone, look in the mirror. Look in the mirror and say, I'm successful. Because I'm here. I'm here. And when you leave out of that mirror, go and better yourself. Go help someone. Go pour into someone. And then most importantly, pour into yourself.
Go help someone, and through this help, you also help yourself. You help somebody grow, and then you grow also in the same time. And let's be successful walking to that episode 3.
Episode 3.
Next week. Let's see if we make this success, eh?
Let's see which topic is.
Oh, stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Good.
Good, brothers.
Yes, sir. Beautiful. Beautiful, my
And
friend.
cut.
Mic check, Smokey Topics.